Hello everybody, today I'm here with some more Disney Heroes Battle Mode, and today we'll be showcasing the next 3 characters that have appeared in the game since the last 3 characters I've showcased. The first one was Namaari. I'm just showing the Horn King here since he was the lowest one on the list. I am 1 chip away from getting him to 3 stars, unfortunately. That kind of sucks, but Namaari's all the way up to level 7. I have not played as Namaari or the Horn King at all, so it'll be interesting to see what they have. I suppose I say that as if I have played as Pacha, but I haven't played as him either. So I just unlocked him. I only have him at 4 stars right now. He's about to be 5 stars, but I wanted to get this video out quickly as well. So yeah, 3 characters that I have no idea what any of them do. I haven't used any of them on any other teams, so it'll be pretty cool trying them out here. And then we're going to try to get into chapter 43 as well at some point. So let's start with chapter 18. Mixing it up a little bit, huh? And then we'll bring in Joy too, at least to start, I think. And I already missed Namaari. Alright. So let's get going here. I suppose the Black Cauldron is almost its own thing too. So let's just take a moment to see what is going on. So we get a look at the not only Namaari's cat, but the warrior from the Horn King. The cat goes through there pretty fast. You'd have to like pause the video almost to see it. I could try to slow it down. I tried doing that with the hopper as well. It didn't work too great, but let's I think I just missed it. I would imagine that when she points her finger forward is when it happens. Does she not come on screen right away? I don't think I knew that. I don't see the cat. I'd like to see it, that's what I'm trying, but... Does she come on screen right away at the beginning? She does. I don't know then. There it is. It's still pretty hard to see, but it looks pretty close to the one she has in Sorcerer's Arena as well. And then it looks like, because I thought we could have multiple of the warriors for the Horn King out, but I've only seen the one, so maybe it's just the one. But it looks pretty cool. I like the design they chose for it. And then I feel like Pacha's kind of getting the short end of the stick here, so let's look at what he's doing too. I like the wheelbarrow one. Got a nice momentum to it. Alright. I mean, we're doing good. We can keep going. I mean, Pacha has a healing move. I imagine Joy is also giving us a lot of health anyways, but he does have a healing move, which is good. And then his thumbs up does something. I'm not exactly sure what, but it does something. I mean, we do have a... I think I should take Joy off so we can see exactly the status effects that are going on here. Because there are a good amount of them. That I imagine both Pacha and the Horn King are putting on. And then Namaari's got a lot more fighting moves, I'd imagine, than supportive moves. But she might have 1 or 2. So she's got like the crossbow, which I kind of forgot about. Her main attack is just slashing with her swords. And Pacha's main attack is a big old punch, but he also has the wheelbarrow. It looks as though the Horn King can like zap them? Oh, there were 2 of them on screen, but one of them died. There's like this blue beam that's coming from the Horn King, it looks like. Yeah, no one's dying, so I say for now we just keep trying to go forward. They all seem pretty good on paper. Let's get forward like 3. And then we immediately die right away, right? Oh, I forgot to even look at the sass effects. We gotta look at that too. So we've got some shield on the Horn King, which I imagine is probably just from himself. The Horn King warrior is dying, okay, as well as him. Whoa, we got the llama. I was confused by that for a second. I feel like I'm not learning any new information. So maybe after this one we just go into the next chapter, and then as we're playing through that, I'll talk about my thoughts on each of the characters. But I'm having a hard time gaining, like, understanding if I think they're good or not. It's kind of hard to tell. So Pacha's the only one left here. He did live. He's also level 200, which probably brings him up in skill quite a bit. So let's go into chapter 43. We'll try to keep him in if we're able to. We might not even be able to beat these, honestly. I genuinely have no idea. But we will see. A lot like a shipwreck here. Maybe Pirates of the Caribbean theme? So first up we have Namaari, who, as I mentioned earlier, seems like the main attacker out of the 3 characters. So it was just nice to get a lot of damage from her. I don't know what the deal is with her coming in like late on the 2nd and 3rd waves. Like, that doesn't really make sense as like a, I don't know. I would prefer a frontline character to be there to protect the people in the back, so it didn't really make sense. Can you believe this place? I say we forget the Megavirus and soak up some sun. Oh yeah, I've been meaning to work on my base tan. That's a negative. We need to keep our eyes on the prize. Now come on, cupcakes, we're moving out. Feels weird when the dialogue comes up on the 2nd wave. I would imagine that's not intentional, but... So yeah, Namaari is just like, I don't know, it doesn't feel like there's anything too special. Like, if you substitute any other attacker, I don't think you'd be missing out on much, and maybe even it would be better to do so, you know? But maybe she's got a really strong move, or... I don't know. I even have her red skill, which, if I'm being honest, I don't remember what it is. But she just didn't seem all too special, I thought. None of her moves stood out as unique. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, I suppose, but if you already have a character that's doing what she can do, then there's really no point in upgrading her, right? That's just my opinion, though. But the next character we have is the Horn King, who is a bit more unique, I would say. I think there must be, I can't think of any, but there must be characters who have that sort of gimmick where they just have the like assist character come out and do the main source of damage. He does have that one attack though, at least that one. He might even have more than one. I'm not entirely sure. It's kind of hard to tell. But it is cool that he kind of just stands back there and has this guy up in front protecting him almost. Although the warrior did seem fairly weak. Again, I only have him at like 2 stars, so it's not most accurate, I guess is the right word, to how he would normally be. Pacha is still alive here. Pacha got to make it through that one, that's cool. Hey Kita, I need to go on up in that weird fishmobile of yours and get a view of this place. First, that weird fishmobile, as you call it, is a katak. Secondly, what shall I be looking for? Get the lay of the land. We need to know what we're up against. Very well, I shall fulfill your request. I would have to imagine that's the first time Kita shows up in the story, but that's very cool. I wish they'd do that more often, because new characters are coming in here all the time, so they might as well just introduce the newest character at the time into the story, I would say. But whatever. But yeah, other than that one move, the Horn King is also not that special. I don't know. Like, he is pretty cool, I guess. I kind of just like the idea of him more than the execution, I would say. But the way that they did him, as in like the execution, I suppose, the way that his character works is pretty perfect. Just having the Black Cauldron out here doing his bidding, and he's kind of just standing behind it, having his warriors come out and attack for him, is pretty perfect to the original character. So I think that works out pretty well regardless, and it makes for an interesting moveset too. Maybe like it would be comparable to Bunsen and Beaker, because the Beakers are kind of just attacking and Bunsen standing in the back. That might be the best comparison to another character in the game already that's like the Horn King. And there might be more, but I just can't really think of it at this time. But yeah. Maybe someone like Sarah would make sense too. Sarah Sanderson. Honestly, don't remember her moves all that well, but... and then finally is Pacha, who... I understand his moves a little bit better just because I remember the patch notes for him. He was released not too long ago. And it's always great to have a healing move on a character who is pretty much attacking in every other instance. And I think they pulled a good amount of references for his moveset as well. The wheelbarrow is just a very nice, like, a nice one of those attacks that hits every enemy on stage, but certainly not unique. Most characters have a move like that at this point, but again, it's nice to have. There isn't anything too unique with Pacha either, I would say. Although I felt like there was something... I say I remember his patch notes, but I kind of don't, honestly. Again, I remember them, and you guys know that at this point. We're gonna have to try to take them out if we're gonna want to have a chance at beating this. So let's see if this works at all. There's a little toucan in the corner. Oh yeah, that was a lot easier. We were going on hard mode just a little bit ago. But we might still have trouble on this third one here if the first one was tough. Nope. Yeah, nope. That was a 3-star victory. Too bad it was on one of the nodes that is not replayable. Here's a Bunsen and Beaker in action. If you were curious. But they're dead already. I'm glad that we're still making it through this level. Every time I do one of these, I'm afraid that I'm gonna get stuck somewhere, and it's happened in the past. But eventually I'm not gonna be able to upgrade Mr. Incredible any more than I already have. Like, if I get him to the highest rank, there's not much more I can do other than try to upgrade his badges and his skills. I suppose there's a lot I can do actually, but you know, once you complete any of those, then not much more you can do after that. There is a cap to it at some point. Until they increase his yellow badges, but we are going pretty quickly through this, I would say. So that's good. In terms of the characters, Namaari wasn't too exciting for me. I was pretty disappointed in Sorcerer's Arena when it was just her and Raya that were added, although getting another villain character is pretty necessary. We hardly get any of them these days. I've yet to show Maleficent, do like a showcase for her, just because I haven't had a villain to show with her. And I'm really considering just going into the Grand Campaign with one of the dwarves, but I never get to do the Villains Campaign, and I have like one more. Like the next time I play the Villains Campaign, I'll complete it. So maybe I should honestly just do a showcase of Maleficent by herself, because at this point they're not adding any more villains. But we have plenty of showcases right now anyways with all the dwarves, so I suppose I should hold off on that anyways. But I kind of got off track there. I was just saying that Namaari wasn't too exciting for me. I prefer to see someone like Sisu in the game just because she visually is cooler. And I didn't care much for Namaari's character in the movie either. But I suppose it's nice to have a new character in a new series. You know, Raya got up to 3 characters pretty quick. And there are a lot of characters in the Raya movie that they could choose from, but I kind of doubt they will do any more. Is your little pity party over and done with? Yeah, we're cool. Good, let's make one thing clear. We aren't going to panic. This new place is big, so what? I say let's go find ourselves a mega virus. Now who's with me? So, the Horn King is really cool. Again, kind of coming from Sorcerer's Arena. All 3 of them were in Sorcerer's Arena first. But they did it a little differently here. Although, well, I suppose in Sorcerer Arena it kind of feels like he has some more direct attacks, but he also does bring in his minions too. It just works a little differently in that because it's turn-based. But he's a really cool character. Again, another villain, which is really nice. And a new series, too. I know some people in my comments want to see more characters from the Black Cauldron, so that would be cool. But for now, we just have him. And I think that's fine. And then Pacha, getting more of the Emperor's New Groove characters is really great. He's probably my favorite of the Emperor's New Groove series, so I was pretty happy that he got added. And we know Kuzco is coming too, so it'd be really nice to just have the 4 main Emperor's New Groove characters all together here, kind of finishing off that series, I would say. It's always cool when they finish off a series. In terms of, I can't think of any more characters that would really need to be added that deserve to be here alongside everybody else. Like, Mulan is another one I'd say, like, they finished off. They don't need to do any more on that one. But as I was explaining this, we completed Sun's Out, Chapter 43. Here's Chapter 44. I see they're kind of like going in order this time, not showing off the whole map by going back and forth, which kind of makes more sense for the story. We're going from place to place, but anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed my showcase and completing Chapter 43, and I will see you next time for more. Goodbye.